Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome again to Ron's Opinion. Yo, man. Man. Just acting a fool. Just acting a fool. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm here. Um, the question of the day is, are you okay? Now, that can go either way. Don't have no particular subject I'm talking about. I do want to get into a little bit. I might want to get into a little bit of the stock market, but I'm currently watching. Actually, I'm watching crypto right now. I got it up on my phone. I know y'all can't see it, but I'm watching crypto because I had to keep my eye on it because I want to see if it's going to fall enough that I might want to put some more money there. But how's everybody doing? If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. Um, yeah, I was out fishing yesterday, and it didn't go so well. But it was hot yesterday when I was out there. I was when I say hot, it was hot. And but it's cool though. It's cool. I sweated like a dog. Probably lost a few pounds out there, which is a good thing. But it was hot. And usually when I'm fishing, I can fish forever and don't even think about it. But yesterday, I was I was kind of glad it was when it was that live was over. I was like, I want to get in my truck and get out of here as soon as possible. While I pass out from heat exhaustion. But yeah, I anyway, yeah, it's just sitting there watching the stock market. As people start to come in. Of course, I don't really set my lives early, pre-dates and stuff. I just pop up magically, but it's all good. Yep, just pop up magically. I'm trying to get into my stock account so I could kind of get an idea. I was in it, but had to jump out, get into crypto, and then jump back out of crypto, and then go back to basically Robinhood because that's where I usually stop all my money at. Now, but Robinhood is what I use the most. Sometimes I pull some money out of there and set it in other accounts and stuff. But I got a little bit of money in dividends last night. So with that dividends, I'm kind of looking to see if there's somewhere else I might want to put that money at. If not, I'll ride it out and see what happens later on. I'll hold on to the money. I honestly don't really want to put a lot of money right now. Hey, just for real, how you doing? God bless you. God bless you. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you hitting that like button. Um, I usually do these lives this way because I don't, when you're doing with your phone, you're gonna get a whole lot of activity. But sometimes I appreciate the lack thereof of all of the people coming in. It's more of the regulars that you would normally see on a regular basis. So I try to use these when it's something more personal. I try to go do my lives this way. Yeah, no fishing today. I had enough. It's like no, I will never get enough fishing. But yesterday was yeah, I was sweating like a dog. Um, yeah, it wasn't really hot. It was just so humid. It was humid. The humidity yesterday was off the roof over there, and it wore me out. And I think I'm glad I probably left out of there the time that I did because yeah, it was wearing me out. It was a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna be here for a while. I ain't I'm gonna be on my live for a while. Sit back, enjoy my day. For those that come in, if they come in, they don't, they don't. This is what I'm gonna do today. I'm not gonna get into. We'll see what as people come in and start to join in on the live if they do, or if they don't. But I'm watching my stock account and um, I might, depending on how far it goes down, HRZN. Um, I might actually. Hey, top to bottom here in Care. How are you? Freedom Friday. I like that. Hey, Freedom Friday. I should have named this video Freedom Friday instead of Are You Okay? But that's close enough. How's it going? God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Man, you guys had a wonderful sale. That was like, yeah, sometimes you spend money you anticipate spending, but my thing was get it now, save the money, and I just, yeah, I'll have more than what I normally have, but it was a good deal for me because yeah, even though I'm spending money probably that I not anticipated spending early, but it's actually saving me money down the road because I am loaded with top to bottom hair and skincare products. When I say I'm loaded, I'm loaded. I still had the coconut cluster buttercream. I had a little bit left in my jar, and I still got a whole actual jar. It's funny. Since we on this subject, give me 1 second. I want to click these out the way and try to keep up with the chat. Let everybody know who's there if they're not actually on the live. But Freedom Friday. Like I said, I like the Freedom Friday. Hey, world away from here. It's funny, world away from here. You can't hear it now because I had to turn it down, but I was actually, I had to turn it off. But I had just got finished listening to your music before I actually started the live. But yeah, I still have a lot of stuff left. Yeah, I know. And later on as I go, because I'm not going to jump off this video early. If y'all can stay in, y'all stay in. If you can't, I understand. But later on, we're going to get back into top to bottom. Like I said, I appreciated the sale. Believe me when I tell you, it was like in my house we loaded up with top to bottom hair and skincare stuff. But I still got I have a lot of it personally. And then of course I got now I got more of the Afro Magic coming. I'm just out here changing. I'm out here changing the name of the product. But no, it just because I can't always remember the name, but when the Afro Magic thing just kind of hit my head, and I was like, you know what, I need some of that Afro Magic because I'm not going to try to remember that name no more. I'm just going to call it Afro Magic. And y'all knew what I was talking about. But for those that was on the live on y'all pop-up store, and if we get more people come in, make sure y'all we'll revisit the fact that they're actually going to be doing another pop-up live today, pop-up sale today, extending it today. So it's greatly so that way for those that might have missed it or weren't looking for an opportunity to get some of the stuff at a discounted rate, they're doing another one, and we'll go back into it later on today as we see more people come in. But yeah, I'm just so y'all know, I'm watching my stock account as we talking. I'm probably getting a little bit into it, but HRZN, which is something I have money into already. Like I always tell y'all, this is not a suggestion for anybody to go buy anything. I'm just telling y'all what I'm doing. And if you just happen to do it, that's your choice. But I might end up buying some more. I'm looking for it to fall a little bit more. And I'm watching that. Then I got to jump out of that and watch crypto too, because crypto is actually creeping downward. So, oh, you have that one. Okay, cool. What's up, brother Jay? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you very, very much. Oh, really, really do. Yeah, it's so I have no real like I wanted to, all right. Yeah, okay. All right, we got a lot of the regulars in here. So I might get into this later, but I'd rather do it now because it's not a lot of extra people in here. Sometimes when I do stuff, yeah, we'll get into it, Jay. Give me 1 second. Sometimes when I do stuff, I'm very intentional in how I move and how I do stuff and stuff. So I'm glad there's only the people in here that are on my chat that I can see, that normal, everyday people. And just so y'all know, when y'all see me kind of change my pace and I started doing my lives on my phone and I started doing it in different random places, I was doing that for a reason. And what I wanted to show y'all is that when you do your phone lives, like how I was doing it out there fishing and stuff like that, you're always going to this is a lesson for everybody who's on the chat because there's nobody else here. You're going to get a lot of traffic over time. So if you're looking, I mean, it's a little bit complicated if you don't do lives like I do them like that. But I'm just giving y'all a little bit of an insight of why I was doing what I was doing, what I was doing. Um, and it's a lesson for y'all and for those that's trying to grow their YouTube channel. When you turn your phone like that, you're going to get a whole lot of traffic. Now, you can't predict the traffic. That you cannot predict. You might have a day where you have one person, and it could be one person. But there are other times where if you continuously do that, you're going to get a whole lot of traffic, and you're going to probably end up with more subscribers a lot faster. You're going to probably get a lot watch hours faster and stuff like that. The downside to that, you get everybody. Like, yeah, the downside of it is you got to deal with a lot of the other bull crap that comes along with it too, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with people. You know, I've been doing this long enough to understand that that's you're gonna get that. You know what I mean? But if so once my point is, if you're trying to grow a channel and you okay with being on the live that way, it will help your channel grow faster. It will, and that's the point that I was trying to make is it will help your channel grow faster. Because my channel don't have I'm not specifically like a specific, it doesn't, I'm okay with a lot of that stuff. Now, let's say for the sake of somebody like Top to Bottom Hair and Skincare, I'm only using them because it's business. Like that, her channel is more about business than it is about anything. So yeah, you'll get a lot of traffic and stuff like that, but are they going to buy your product? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are they going to, and listen, we're just talking today, y'all. We really just talking. I'm going to go with some, are they really going to buy the product? Like, are they going to listen long enough, stay in long enough for you to have an impact on possibly buying the product? And I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. My point is sometimes that's hard to grab loyalty or people that really want to engage in what you're saying. And the reason why I say that is because when you doing your stuff like that, if you notice, you see a lot of movement, people in and out, in and out, in and out. They're not staying long enough to really engage in what it is that you're doing. You get what I'm saying? So for somebody like Top, I'm using them because it's a business and they're the ones that have an actual business in here. So if you're trying to have, yeah, Jay, that's my whole point. They don't stay long. So a lot of times, the reason why I'm glad that y'all here, because I'm trying to give y'all some advice of what really works when it comes as it relates to this YouTube page. I think, like, all right, I'm using them as an example. They do their lives when they're out there doing the store. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to get that traffic. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get a lot of that traffic. You're going to get a lot of the traffic. To get that is great. But what you have to do after a while is kind of go into like how we're doing right now, where it's a lot of where you go wide screen, where you're going to get regulars in that you can engage. That's why I love what I seen what they were doing when they put the table out there, did the thing like that, because I'm like, that is more personal. You gain more loyalty when you're doing your channels that way also. You get what I'm saying? So the one way is great if you're trying to get like subscribers. And you need you need all of the subscribers to try to grab them, and then hopefully they stay around and subscribe and follow your page long enough to become loyal participants in your page, and possibly in their case would be loyal customers. Is what you want. That's my whole point. Is that so. And Donna, we don't expect you to. We know you're a whole lot of talk, but we know you're not buying anything, but. I know you come here for attention only. But yeah, and so for me, it was more of a trying to give you guys a little more insight of why I do it. I was doing what I was doing, and hopefully y'all kind of pick it up on your own. It's not that I have to explain it. I think y'all probably seen the results of it and say, okay, that's a little bit more insight. You know what I'm saying? Of why I was doing it. And Joyce, how you doing? I'm sorry, I was trying to get that out. Joyce, thank you for coming in. A world away from here. Thank you for coming in. God bless everybody that's here. Please hit the like button. Appreciate it very, very much. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. But that's why I was doing it the way that I was doing it. Not that I'm going to stop doing it. It's just that I do that for a reason, because at some point, if you got subscribers, you're gonna kind of stay stagnant doing it like this. It'll grow, it's just not gonna grow as fast. You get what I'm saying? So when you now that it's not gonna grow, when you do that, now that I've grabbed a lot of subscribers, the intent now is to hopefully grab their attention and that they stay with the page, engaged into the page, and then if the family that as we all see grows even more. That was the whole plan. Doesn't mean it's gonna work 100% either. It's just that's how I started. When I started doing YouTube, I started doing it that way. I started doing it that way. Sometimes, Donald, you should read the room. But anyway, hold on one second. But I was just trying to get out of there. Everybody saying hello to each other. I don't take my advice from Michael B. Jordan either, so I can care less. He got money, rich. I ain't take my advice for that. I can care less what his opinion is, honestly. And honestly speaking, even here, that's why I say Ron's opinion don't matter. Now, that means you have a choice, whether you agree with my opinion or not. You know how easy that works? He probably did. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm not, unfortunately, I got to focus on what I'm focused on. I can't worry about that. Well, nothing personal, Donald, but I had to put him in timeout because I'm not, and today is not the day for that. Yeah, Jay, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's nothing personal with Donald, but I just had to. I can't. Today is not the day for that. Because I want to stay focused on what we're talking about, a more productive conversation as opposed to getting into political rhetoric back and forth. Today isn't the day for me for that. So I'm not concerned about nobody's so much political views because that's not what I'm not. I don't even want to entertain it today. I'm sorry. It's just nothing personal towards him. It's just I'm not in right now, and I don't want to entertain that. I'm in a mode where I'm trying to people that are loyal to my channel and they're trying to grow their channel. And I'm not saying that I know everything about YouTube. I'm just telling them why I did what I did, so that if there's a possibility, they may take advantage of that opportunity to grow. The same way I talk about the stock market it's the same way I talk about the stock market. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm giving them insight on what I do. So when I do my channel like this, a lot of times it takes a lot of that, that extra activity out of the way. I like it to be a little more personal. Not saying that I don't want other people to come in and listen, but it as y'all can see, it takes a lot of that out of the way, which I like sometimes. Sometimes I'm ready for the smoke. I jump over there and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But there's other times where people that are loyal to my channel, I'm trying to add value to their life as much as I'm trying to add value to my own. Hopefully they can get something out of this. So sometimes I'm not like days like today is not one of those days that I want to deal with that type of stuff. I mean, we can get into that another day. Today ain't that day for that. But I can always tell by my subscriptions when he's coming back. Because I see my subscriptions go up 1 or 2. Because I think he has more than one channel. But I don't know for sure, but I think he do. And it always seems to go back and forth. Oops, sorry about that. Out the pit. That was a mistake. I'm trying to click something. I clicked the wrong thing. I accidentally put out the put in timeout. Hold up. Yeah, out the pit. My bad. That was an accident. Yeah, give me a second, y'all. I don't know if you can take him out of timeout because I never actually did that. But I accidentally put him in timeout. I was trying to click something else. That was an accident. And I'm surprised it won't let you. I don't know. I guess it won't. That was my fault. Yeah, I think I took him back out of timeout. So yeah, I think I took him back out. So ask him, Jay, if you can text him and see if he can come back in. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it was an accident. I didn't mean to do it, but he might be able to comment now because I refreshed it and it came back up his comment. Let me see. See? So it might be I might be able to still he might still be able to come back in, but he going to work, so let him go to work. Yeah. Yeah, I had dealing with the one problem and then my fingers and but it's all good. I appreciate I know he I know I you know it wasn't intentional. But yeah, so that was why I was doing what I was doing is to kind of give you guys an insight. Y'all seen within that short period of time, I probably grew about 100 subscribers plus just by doing it that way. Um, so that's just to kind of give y'all insight. The other thing is this is that um, I'm not we Jay mentioned it yesterday. He gave y'all heads up that something was coming, and me and top to bottom hair and skincare. No, we haven't actually settled on a date, but there is something coming. Um, and I think y'all gonna like it. I really do. I think y'all gonna enjoy it. Um, what's coming? We once we set a date and a time, we'll let y'all know exactly what that is. I appreciate y'all support. I really do, and it means a lot to me. So that's why I try to. I'm watching the stock market, Jay. Um, I know you said you had a question about a stock, but I'm watching what's going on. But give me, I just wanted to get through all that, and I just like I said, I appreciate what y'all doing and y'all support. I appreciate y'all being here as often as y'all do. I really, really do, and I'm hoping that y'all, those that are actually have channels where they're trying to build and grow their channels, that some of that may have helped a little bit. They might have got some idea with that. And Jay, and top to bottom here and here, something hit my head this right before I started this live, and I don't know if y'all ever did this before, but it's just an idea, and I don't want to try to wait till later on. Y'all might have done this before, I don't know for sure, but this is what I was hoping that y'all could probably do if you haven't already thought of it or even considered it. But I think honestly, this is what I think we should do. I mean, you guys should do is one night on one thing have a we all go live. Maybe you guys set it up where we can go live, um, and we can all have like a top to bottom hair and skincare live testimony where we all talking about. I mean, like the product that we use and what it does for us personally. And what it does personally. Now, honestly, we can actually, I think maybe if we did it on my channel, it probably would have a bigger impact because I got a lot more subscribers right now. But what I'm thinking, maybe we should do a live, maybe I'm assuming it'd probably be better to do it for my channel only because it has a lot more subscribers. Where we do a live top to bottom hair and skincare, and where people like me, Joyce, out the pit, all of the people that we personally know that use the product, let them kind of vocalize their story, vocalize their story. What happened? I mean, even if they come in on it, but they might not want to show their faces. I know some of the people don't want to do that, but at least we can hear their voice and they can actually tell their testimony of what the product does, how it had helped them, and stuff like that. That way, people can get a. And what we'll probably have to do is set it up, and we go live, and then we invite them in to be able to give their testimony. They got to be willing to do it. Like a world away from here, we can, all we have to do is send them. We can send them the link for those that have purchased a product. We send them the link and give them an opportunity to come in and tell their story. We could either do it live, or we can all just do it and pre-record it, maybe pre-record it, and then air it. However way we do it, but I think that would go off very, very well. Yeah, so Jay, make note, because I'm once I get out of here, if something else in my brain is gonna be going. Yeah, I will do that once we figure out. You said great idea, so that's clearly tells me that you want to do it. It's hard to do that on the phone upright, but what we can do is I can, once we figure out a date and a time, I can talk about it on my phone and try to keep reiterating it until, so we can try to get a better response out of it. But I think that will be I think that will work and hopefully get a better response, and we can just, I think we have to set the stage early, promote it, everybody promote it, like give it a couple of weeks of promoting it, and hope that we get the best bang for our buck, for the buck. I know we're not talking about money, so, but I think that yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think so. It right before I got on my live, because my brain is always running and I'll be thinking about stuff, but right before I got on my live, it hit my brain and I didn't want to lose the thought, so I had to throw it out here now. Yeah, I know. I get that, Jay. Is so yeah, because there's so many different time zones, it's yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, I listen. I just thought it was an idea. Um, yeah, I'm cool with. I just want it hit my head, and I was like, that would be a good idea, and that's why I figured I'd throw it out now, because not long after that, it would be going out of my head, and I forgot what I had, and I'll be sitting there trying to say, man, what was that I was thinking? Yeah, I'm with it. I mean, so yeah, I'm cool with it. I think that would be a great idea. I think we're gonna have to iron out the details prior to that. And honestly, what we probably could do, I tell you what will probably work. We can actually throw in the other thing that me and you we all talked about, as far as my channel goes. I think we can add that in with that. Yeah, that's cool, Jay. We got that. I got it. Yeah, you can follow me. But what I'm going to do is what I was talking about, as far as the 2,000 subscribers, and what I talked to you about, we will add that in on that day. So once we figure that day out, we'll add that in with that day, and that way is it becomes a little bigger of event. If y'all good with that, thumbs up. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. All right, Jay, you said you had a question about a stock, and hopefully I can answer it. Hopefully I can answer it. And I'm trying to get to this. I'm messing with my phone while we're talking. Yeah, I'm gonna do that part, Jay. That part of leave that part. Once we figure out the date, um, once we figure out the date, I'll do. I mean, we can all do it, but I'll do the part of keep promoting it. Since we're going to do it for my channel. Joyce, yes, it. All right. So with YouTube, um, with the shorts, all right. I use the example like this. If you go into the store, when you look at your channel, you gotta look at it if you're going into a supermarket or store or something to purchase product or something regular product, and you keep going in that store and it's not there. At some point you're just gonna say, I know that either they don't sell it no more, they don't have it no more. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right, but the reason why I put out a lot of shorts is because I know it's an AI generated, and I know that it's looking for activity. So I put out a lot of shorts to make sure that my channel stays active. Sometimes you get views, a lot of times, sometimes you don't. And I notice sometimes that even though I might not see a video move, there are moments, some of the old videos will just start moving and I don't even know what's happening. I'll look back and say, where did all these views come from? At one point, it was only 10. The next thing I know is at 2,000, 3,000. So the shorts, I always do and make sure that you're active, because what I think that it's looking for is when it comes looking for you, you're there. You're putting out content on a regular basis. So that's why I go that route. And yes, it has worked. Is it when you have a smaller channel, it doesn't it's not as effective, but as you grow, it becomes more effective because you just don't know where it's going to go. And that's why I had mentioned to people that don't do the work, don't pay so much attention to the numbers. That's why I always say it that way. Okay, cool. I'll try to remember. Yeah, it will. It's and my thing is this, and if y'all know people, some people have a short attention span. They do. We can't change that. So if I do a live and like I noticed it a world away from here, she's doing this. She's following the same pattern that I do. Is you do your videos, if you do a live or whatever, and then I'll go back to my lives, and if I can find some short clips to clip out of that, that's what I do. I'll find a short clip. Sometimes I have to do a live and there'll be nothing in there that I say that I personally may think it'd be a short clip, but I try to go in there and find short clips, a little quick message, something that I may have said that stands out more than the rest of the video, and I'll clip out shorts out of that, and put out those type of shorts. And then like when we do the Sunday show, I'll go to, because I know Out the Pit we did it on his page. I'll go to his page and try to find a clip out of that, remix the clip out of that, or I'll go to Jay's page and try to clip, depending on who we did the live with on their channel. I try to go to their place and I'll try to remix it out of that. So yes, and that was exactly why I noticed that she was doing, and I was like, okay, she's catching on. She caught on, and she's doing it real quick. So the purpose behind the shorts is, let's say you don't do videos every single day, but let's say like, all right, let's use Jay's channel when he does his reaction videos. Now, at with that, it takes a while for it to actually load up. So you might have to. That's why I have to wait till the next day, because YouTube will sit there and it won't really finish loading until the next day sometimes. So once it goes in there and load, then I'll go in and I'll remix, what they call remix, or edit into a short, find out clips. So like say Jay was doing something here, then the next day he might not do a video, but even if he is going to do a video, you clip those shorts out of that, the highlights that you can find, you clip them out of there and you start putting out shorts. Because you become more active and you're only really remixing out your shorts, it makes your channel a lot more active. Yeah, you might have to go into your settings and check to make sure. Um, I'm not exactly sure how all that, but you might have to go in and to make sure that your videos are um, able to be remixed. Because I had to go in the settings and do all of that stuff. Yeah, that's part of my trick, Jay. Yeah, that's exactly why that's the reason why I do it. I don't I know you can click and make the videos again. Otherwise, I don't do that. I just go right to my videos and I hit to go to the remix and remix it from my own videos. And that way I'll get it's faster, it's quicker. Yeah, you can't do all the editing and make it fit well sometimes, but I don't care about that. I just want to keep it active. Oh, I do it on my phone. Like I do it on my phone, and I don't even own a laptop. What the computer? I have a desktop computer, an all-in-one desktop computer right here that I use for these videos. But I go in and I remix it, and then when I remix it, it'll and then I just let it go, and then you end up with a lot more views, shorts, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes. That's why I do it that way. I don't go and try to create, edit, and stuff. I go right to my live that I did that next day. I hit the remix. I go in and try to find that. Now you got. I don't know if you're able to yet, Jay, but yeah, it won't fit. You have to kind of adjust it, but it don't let you do a whole. I don't really care about that. But you also, Jay, when you look up at the top right, I don't know if y'all there yet, but if you look up at the top right, it'll say 15 seconds, right? So it allow you to clip a 15-second video. Text the 15 seconds. If you're there, you can change that to 60 seconds and then get 60 seconds of the video. Hey, Queen, how you doing? God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And it'll allow you to clip up to 60 seconds. But it'll say 15 seconds. But sometimes if you hit it, like mine, it allows me to go 60 seconds. But I think you have to get to a certain point on your channel where it allow you to take 60 seconds. Most people don't only allow them to take 15 seconds. Yes, and so what I do is I'll go clip stuff out of my videos, my lives the day before. That's why y'all always see the lives when the next day you be like, oh, it's the same stuff, but it's just little small clips out of that. And then that way the views, the watch hours, and everything. Yeah, I don't yeah. Jay, you remember when we were talking to Bam Bam, I said don't overthink it. I really do. I said don't overthink it. And that's what I do. I honestly do it. And then sometimes you get some stuff that'll move a lot. Sometimes you won't, and it all depends. Because what a lot of people don't know is YouTube may go to people that advertise. I mean, they might advertise, or YouTube might want to push it themselves. It had nothing to do with you. But if you don't do it a lot, you're not gonna it's not gonna happen. So like how when y'all went in and like the clips and stuff, if you can do it on your channel, and you can go to other people's channel that allows you to remix it and do that type of stuff. So like when I mentioned anything about top to bottom, and you might want to clip that, y'all probably y'all done it already. You can just go into that, hit remix, take that portion in there, and it'll automatically post a view. Now for people that are on my channel, like if I go to Jay's and I do it that way, I get views and he get views. So it's shared views. It's not like you're going to get all the views. It's shared views. So if I go to Jay's channel and I go clip a video out of his channel and clip it, even though I'm getting views, he's going to share in that views. So like if Jay went to top to bottom and clipped something off of there, remixed it off of there, he's going to get views and she's going to get views out of the remix. So it's shared views. It's not like you get all the views and a person don't get none. You're going to share the views what they get with the person that you remix out of. So that's why it's good to do it that way. So sometimes I'll do my own content. Sometimes I'll go look for other stuff that may pop up, and then I'll grab something out of that and say, oh, okay, this will work. And then I'll remix it out of that. And then it allows you to remix it. And a lot of times you might not see me saying anything. I'll just be looking at it. It'll allow you to remix it. You can actually add your face into it from there. And then yeah, it allows you to do it. It's not as refined. I get that part. It's not as refined. It allows me to do it. I can be doing something else and I'll just be literally about 5 seconds, and I'm like, bam, and I shoot it. Yeah, I didn't know if you knew this. This is the reason why I wanted to do this. This is the stuff that I did all of that to lead up to this day in hopes that everybody come in. This is the reason. This is exactly why I shipped up. I didn't want to do it on my phone. I wanted a more intimate conversation with the people that are on my channel regular, and I wanted to explain to them why I was doing. And I went that way real quick, and I started doing it to bring it to this point, this day right here. So, like I said, what I was doing was intention. Yes, and share view. So, and no, it's okay, Joyce. This is family. You're able to say whatever you need to say over here. You hear all the time. Meanwhile, Ryan over here cheating. But no, it allows you to do that. It definitely allows you to do that. So I don't know if y'all went back and tried to test it, but that's how simple it is. All right, so this is my live that I was doing yesterday, right? Y'all can see that part, right? All right, so watch this. So now I got it into editing short mode. Y'all see that? So then if I touch that 15-second thing, it allows me to get 60 seconds, right? And y'all see where it is. Now you drag this over. Now I got 60 seconds of video. I can move it around. I don't know if y'all, I'm trying to let y'all see it and work at the same time. To what part of the video that I want to get, I can add. If I'm doing it from someone else's page, I can add my face into it. Just put the phone up to my face and position it how I wanted to position it. And then I hit done right here. Right, let's just say I'm gonna take this as a clip. I hit done. And as you see, it's loading it up. So whatever is in that clip right there is going to take that. And as y'all see, it's loading it. That's like I said, this is why I wanted to do my this live today, because I wanted to try to get into stuff like this. All right, so now that y'all see the video is up there, this is just my channel, so I would only be clipping a short out. All right, so now it says next, right? And then I hit next. Now it's telling me that I can retitle it, put what I want to put there. And then right here it says upload short. So if I hit upload, it's just going to upload on there. I can title it however way I want to title it. And then upload the short, and then that video is going to pop up in there as a short. That's exactly what I do. Nothing more. And that's how fast it is. Just like I just said it to y'all, that's how fast it is. No, what takes the most time is actually trying to find something that you actually want to clip. Hopefully that helps. Oh yes, yes, yes. Hopefully that is that helps y'all as it reloads. Here's the thing. I don't, because I know YouTube had pick and chooses. I don't even, honestly, I don't put my head into it no more. I used to try to figure it out. Now I don't. I just find what I want, clip the video, and put it and let it do what it do. That's why I tell people don't worry about the numbers, because you can't predict what YouTube is gonna do. I can look at a video and be like, man, this should fly, and then end up with 20 views. And then I'll put something else out, and the next thing I know, it's got 1,000 views. I don't know. And I got to the point where I don't try to figure it out. I just put out what I want to put out and let the chips fall where they may. And so far, it's been working pretty good. Yeah, I don't. It should allow you to It's not going to fit perfectly, but it should allow you to remix it, go into the remix, and actually you can kind of shift the camera over left and right and stuff to try to get the best angle. But it's not a perfect way to doing it, but it does work for me. But yeah, this like I said, this live was a more intimate setting for me. It was just like, I don't want to I did that for a reason, because I know a lot of y'all be here all the time, but a lot of the stuff that I was doing earlier in the game, I kind of deviated away from it before I got to that point, because I love the and I like to do these settings like this where it's more informative, to give people more of an insight of what I was doing. But if you do that now, yes, the quality sometimes going to make a difference to some extent. Of what you do is going to matter some. I get it, because nobody wants to put out a whole bunch of junk. But and within reason, using these type of fit settings and stuff in YouTube, it'll help your channel tremendously, especially when you had those dry moments. You need to put something out, and if you did that, let's say you did lives 2 to 3 times a week, but throughout the week you pop videos, maybe 2 or 3 videos every day, it should help your channel some. Well, if you clip it from your channel, Jay, they already going to know it's from your channel. Because if you clip it from your channel, it's already going to know it's from your channel. A lot of times what I found out is this is even though you're trying to get subscribers, you get them anyway. Like I can go, it'll show you if you go into, when you clip the short from your channel and you go into analytics that's on the actual channel, if you tap that, it'll tell you, if let's say you get a video to get 1,000 views and you might have 2 subscribers out of it, it'll tell you that you got with the shorts, it'll tell you that got you a subscriber or this and that, or you have to go to the YouTube studio. But just hitting analytics will tell you what that video did after a while. So it'll kind of say, but that's the only part you can't predict. Like, you really don't have no control, no prediction. That's why I just say, don't pay attention to the numbers. Just keep doing it, and you'll see the results over time. And that's why I don't care if I get 10 views or 1,000 views. I keep going and I stay the pace. You know what I mean? It's like, I ain't in no hurry. I just keep pacing myself every single day. And I know, like I say, a world away from here, I noticed she started doing the same thing. Now she was clipping and doing all this extra stuff, which is cool. I don't see nothing wrong with it, but it just that was the way I do it. And it was like, and in her case, she probably can actually crunch it where it's still giving her the same results. But that will, in my opinion, it has helped my channel tremendously, especially when you're trying to get views and watch hours. When you're trying to reach these goals. I probably would have reached monetization a while ago if I would have been a lot more active. Most of that is my fault. It's not YouTube, it's mine. I just wasn't doing enough to get monetized. Now, am I close to being monetized? Yes. I still have to put a lot of work in to get to that point. That was the third reason why I started doing the videos the way I was doing them, because I really needed to aggressively go after watch hours. I'm not trying to get like to get monetized, you need 4,000 watch hours within a year span, which makes that a lot complicated than you realize. Now, here's my point. Jay funny. So here's my point to that is you got to have 4,000 watch hours within a year span or 10 million short views within 3 months, right? That's on top of having to have 1,000 subscribers. And believe me when I tell y'all, it's not easy as it sounds. So somebody might look at, oh, I can get 4,000 watch hours. Listen, I've been doing this for a while. I'm trying to tell you it's not as easy as it sounds. Or they might look at 10 million short views. You're going to have to look at one or look at the other and figure out which way you're going to go. Now, in my opinion, I'm not saying that I'm right. A world away from here, probably going to end up with 4,000 watch hours faster than the various many people. Just by the fact that she does an hour worth of music, that a lot of times people are going to stay tuned into the music. So I think that was brilliant in itself. They're going to stay tuned into the music. Now, that might not grow your subscribers as fast, but by the time she gets to 1,000 subscribers, she's probably going to have more than enough watch hours to become monetized. That's just my opinion. So that's the way I look at it. Is like music, the choice that she made, to me, in my opinion, was a good choice, because if someone watches your video, let's say you get to the point where you got 5 people watching your hour-long, listening to an hour-long music. That's 5 hours of watch time. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I think it was a great idea. And of course, she's in the early stages of it, but I think it will work. Now, for me, I do these lives. When I do it like this, let's say the 8 people that's on here, they go in and they're going to go out. That's happens. That's part of what people got their phones. They got other stuff. They got stuff they're going to do. You might get a lot of views, but it doesn't particularly mean you're going to get a lot of watch hours. So here's my point to that. Let's say 8 people that's in here watch. At some point, Jay's going to jump out. He might come back in. Top to bottom is going to jump out, world away from here. They're going to jump in and out, and they're going to come back in. When you go out and you come back in, that's another view. But it doesn't help your watch hours. So it's going to look like you have a lot of views, but most of that is what's happening is when people jump out and jump back in, they consider that a new view. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So let's say you have people jump out, in and out, in and out, in and out on the thing. Yeah, you might look like you have a lot of views, but that doesn't always equate to a lot of watch hours. So with my channel, now that the 1,000 subscribers I got to, I'm way above that. My thing is I'm going after the 4,000 watch hours. That was the reason why I changed it up a little bit and I started going after this. The subscribers are great and I appreciate them, but the watch hours is where I needed to get monetized. Meaning that YouTube is going to now start advertising commercials and stuff on my channel. Now, I know someone personally that has a YouTube channel that they already monetize. So I know that what it takes to get there, but they did it the right way. They stayed their pace. And they kept going and kept going. They was monetized because they had so many watch hours. Once they got to 1,000 subscribers, they was monetized and they started getting paid from YouTube. I can tell you right now, again, it's not a lot of money. And if you not in this to do it for real, when you start seeing the money that YouTube gonna give you when you first get monetized, you probably gonna want to quit. But I'm not in it just because of that reason. So I'm okay with it. It's not going to deter me because I already know what's going to happen. But it's still a goal of mine to get my channel monetized. So if someone's watching my channel, that's why I encourage you, like Jay was saying, also watch the videos. The more y'all watch the videos, the more you stay and watch, even going back to watch the old videos, it grows my watch hours. Once I get to 4,000 watch hours within a year span, then I become monetized. I already hit the subscribers and all of the other goals I've already hit. That's the only thing that I personally have to hit is the 4,000 watch hours. Here's the hard part about that. It's in a 365-day span, right? So let's just say you at 4,000 watch hours. You almost at 4,000. The back end moves one more day away. So let's say that back end a year ago, you got 100 watch hours in that day. When it moves, that 100 watch hours goes away. So you can be at 3,900 watch hours and then plunge, right, Jay, a whole 100 watch hours and look at your watch hours and be like, what happened? Because it's the back end that's going to get you sometimes. So you might have a great day and it look good when it happened here. But when it gets to that end, then it's like, now I got 100 watch hours that's going to fall off. And YouTube does that way so that you stay active. Because if you don't stay active, that's how they make sure you stay active. Because that back end is always there. There are days that I've seen my watch hours go up. And then there are days I've seen it go down because I know that back end and I don't remember what happened back then. But it's like, so those two, let's say you took off 2 to 3 days and you didn't do nothing. Those 2-3 day gap is going to hit your watch hours on the back end where it's going to drop. You get what I'm saying? So that's where you got to watch it at. So that's why the shorts that I do every day and the stuff that I clip on a regular basis, I stay with it. Like I stay with it, because I know that on the back end of this, something else is going to come. And I don't know what, and I'm not going to remember what happened a year ago. And it's probably going to clip me off, and then eventually you're not going to be monetized. So for those that's trying, understanding that if you get to this point, you still have to stay active, because what's going to happen is you're going to get that, you got to watch that back end. So that's what the other reason why the short views are so essential also, because let's say you go on vacation, right? Let's say you go take a vacation and you can't make no videos or whatever case may be. You always got your phone and you can clip out short views from wherever you can find them at while you out vacation. It's not going to give you probably what the thing, that whole big long video will give you, but it will give you enough to keep your channel active enough that you don't take a hard hit down the road. That's the other reason why I do it so much, is to try to stay on top of it that way. All right, so how helping my watch hours is real simple for me is that just go back and watch the videos. As much, any one of my old videos, watch them as much as you can. That's it. If everybody that follows my channel go watch my old videos on a regular basis, just so y'all know, I'm at close to 3,000 right now. Now, how you would know? Honestly, you would know if I'm past 3,000, because when I go on my lives on my phone and stuff, you know how we all in the chat? When you see a $ pop up there where you can donate to the channel, that lets you know that I'm above 3,000 watch hours. You won't even have to ask me. You'd be like, oh, he above 3,000. Doesn't mean I'm at 4,000. That means I'm above 3,000. You get what I'm saying? So if you go in the chat and you see on it that it's above 3,000, when you see that $ pop up, so if you go to someone else's larger channel, you'll see a $ where you can donate to the person's channel, like you can send super chats and all that other type of stuff. What happens is because they're above 3,000 watch hours. So that's how you help the person's channel. So when I'm here and I'm in my room and I'm working on my firearms, and I play a word away from here music, however long I'm listening to that music, she's getting watch hours. If I'm here and I'm watching Jay's lives, because I go back to, just so y'all know, I go back to everybody's channel and I watch stuff. You might not realize I'm watching it, but I watch it down the road. I'll go back. If I'm sitting in my office and I'm doing something here, I'll put on Jay's stuff, I'll put on top to bottom stuff, and I will watch what it is that happened. I go back to your old stuff because I know what it takes to get these watch hours and how hard it is. Yeah, that's all it is. Honestly, that's it. You just go back and watch some of the old stuff, and eventually I'll be at past 3,000. Once I get to 4,000, YouTube will monetize my channel, and then they'll start running advertising commercials on my channel, and then I'll eventually start getting paid through YouTube somewhere along the line. And honestly, that's it. But that's why I said I wanted to get into this type of setting because I wanted to give everybody a chance to get a little editorial. I had to do the other part first, which is going to fishing and doing all this other stuff, because I see how many of y'all here and y'all here on a regular basis, and I really wanted to see, because I always try to encourage you to keep going, keep going, keep going. I was trying to lay a roadmap of some of the things you can do to grow your channel, and y'all seen the results of it, and because y'all watched it happen up into the 2000, y'all seen it. So when you hear, like, sometimes when y'all see Donald coming, oh, you only got 9 people. I know I only got 9 people. I know I only got 10 people. That's all I want, because I like more of the intimate setting. When I go do it the other way, I already know what to expect, because I've done this so much and so many times. I know what to expect. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy being there with y'all. I enjoy the other part when I go in there and it's a smoke, and then I'm kind of arguing back and forth with people. It's fun for me. I really enjoy it. But there's other times where because I want to add value to my channel for people that are on my channel loyalty on a regular basis, I switch it and come this way, because I already know it's going to, the other stuff is going away. I'm not going to deal with all that. Now I can talk to y'all. We can talk, and I'm hopefully, prayerfully, that everybody that's on the live right now got a whole lot out of this. Number one, seeing what I was doing. Number two, getting some insight of what YouTube is, because there's a whole lot of details you got, and the details of YouTube, and you got to read through a whole lot of stuff. I read a lot of that stuff. I read a lot, and it helped me kind of work through the course of what I was doing. But that's why when I go to the gun range, because I'm still not 100% sure. I'm still not 100% sure about that. I would love to be able to go live at the gun range. But because YouTube don't make it real clear about that, I just don't take the chance of doing it. That's it. If I could go live while I'm at the gun range, I would. But because I go to YouTube and I'm like, it's not really clear about it, it's like, it's not worth the risk of, them maybe shutting my channel down and giving me strikes just because I wanted to go to the gun range and be live when I'm doing it. I think you should be able to. It's a controlled environment. It's not like I'm out in the streets, acting a fool with firearms. I'm in a controlled environment where, but YouTube thing it's basically AI generated control. It's not like human doing this. It's AI generated control. So some things I don't think the technology is real quick to understand and cipher through. So you kind of can't you just kind of got to ride with what it is. You got to ride between the lines of what it's giving you to work with. That's in my opinion. So that's why when I go to the gun range, I don't go live. I pre-record the video as much as I can, and then, I post it when I can. That's it. So, but like I said, hopefully y'all got a lot out of that part of it. That hopefully they help y'all possibly grow your channels to the point of monetization. And then your content do matter too. Don't get me wrong. Your content do matter too. That is definitely a very big deal. That's a big deal too. The quality of your content is going to matter. It really is. But I don't believe, I try not to overthink. I really, really try not to overthink too much stuff, because sometimes you put a lot of stuff that we're trying to put thought into, they have already put the thought into it to try to make it a little more streamlined for you to do it on your own. So that's my whole point. Yeah, give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to get into my crypto account. Because I'm trying to, oh yeah, it's going down. It's going down. We almost where we ready to buy some stuff. Yes. And like I said, and again, that's what I do. When I come into here, that's why like when I was watching Top to Bottom, because I couldn't be on everybody's I think Top to Bottom and The World Away From Here was doing something at the same time. She had a premiere. So I went on my tablet, I put her premiere on my tablet, and I was working my tablet because I had nothing else I had to do, so I had time for this. So I put her premiere on my tablet, and then I went on what I'm using right now to actually do my videos. I went there and I went on Top to Bottom's hair and skincare. I went on her live on the computer, but I had my phone where I was able to jump back and forth and comment. So sometimes that's how I do it. It's just like, because I know how much you guys support my channel, and I as much as I could possibly be there, I try to be there for y'all channels too. And that's what I was doing. But that was the day I said, I'm listening to while they was Top to Bottom was talking. I was listening to A World Away From Here music in the background, so it almost looked like it was one video because I'm hearing her music. Oh man, I appreciate. I'm glad it's helping. I'm definitely glad it's helping. I will not sit there and tell y'all that I got all the answers, but these are based off of my already experiences that has happened and things that I learned along the way that got me to the point of, no, I don't have the largest channel in the world, but I don't have a very small channel. And listen, here's the thing. Side note, not really a side note, but just some side information. When I was in Ohio, and this is how sometimes people, I don't know if it was intentional or non-intentional, but a relative says to me, "Oh, you still doing your little YouTube thing?" And I just laughed. I said, "Oh, it's a little YouTube thing, right?" And I was like, "Okay." So, and I know some of y'all seen my other relative, which was Anthony. Sometimes he pops in on the lives on Sunday, and he comment here and there. So me and him was talking about it. And I told him what the other cousin said. We laughed about it because I'm thick-skinned. And stuff rolls off me very easily. So I didn't take it personal. So we was in there, we was laughing about it, and he was like, "Man," he said, "Yeah, man, but I don't." My cousin took it a lot more personal than I did. He was just like, "Man, I don't like that, bro. That's corny." So I went in there and I showed him. I said, "Yeah," but he said little. I said, "But I went in there and showed him the analytics." I said, "But he don't realize that since I've had my YouTube channel, I got 1.4 million views." He's saying little, but if you look at my overall views, I got 1.4 million views. How was that little? And then he was like, "What?" And I went and I showed it to him. He's like, "Man, I didn't realize you had that many views." I said, "Yeah, but he called it little." I said, "Call it what he want." I said, "Sometimes people will have hate for stuff. They will have hate or jealousy for stuff that they're not willing to do themselves." And that's basically what it is. When someone tries to discourage you from doing something that you have, or try to talk down, or try to throw their little slick little sarcasm in it, it's because they mad because they didn't have the heart or the guts or the risk taking them to do it themselves. That's all that is. They want to slap their fear of failure on you. And they would try to slap their face. But here's the thing about it is that people do not understand me. I remember Mike Tyson was talking, and I'm a Mike Tyson fan, boxing wise, but I like Mike Tyson so much more after boxing than I ever cared about his boxing career. I have so much respect for Mike Tyson after boxing, and I'm not. This is not for anybody else. It's just me, my personal perspective. And but when they were talking to Mike Tyson one time, and he said, you know, when he said he turned his, he said he's always afraid, but he turns his fear into fire. And when someone, the worst thing you can do to me is tell me what I can't do. That does something to me. I don't like somebody. Listen, this is the reason why if somebody's doing something meaningful, I am off in, and I hope that, and that's why I say I'm a cheerleader, because I know 100% what it feels like when someone tries to discourage you from something that you believe in, or you have in your heart to do, or you desire to do, or whatever it is. The first thing they always try to do is throw their lack of because they think that way. They try to throw it on you. And some people will go through the effort to try to tear down what you're trying to do just for the sake of to say you, so they have something to talk about. And just so they have something to talk about. And you know what? And listen, and I understood it. I personally listen. My life is not the like I'm not rich. I'm not somebody's amazingly special. There's nothing. I'm just a normal everyday person. But just like everybody else, I went through stuff. Just like everybody else, I fought through stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I never sit there and act like I'm the best or this. I just talk about what I experienced about, and hopefully. But one thing I'm never gonna let somebody do is to tell me what I can't do. Or let them put their fear on me. That's why people will sometimes when people say careful who you talk to, because people will talk you out of your dream, they'll talk you out of your ambition. Listen, I heard top to bottom say when she was doing the line, she said, I quit every single day. She said, I quit every single. Listen, every last one of us, if you ever had to do something in your life that was bigger than you, you understood that very well. That hit you when she said it. If you like me, when she said I quit every single day, that hit anybody that has ever tried to do something bigger than them. They understood that without her ever having to explain in detail what that was. I know what that means. I know what that looks like. When you feel like you in this alone, you like every day you're like, maybe I'm doing something I should not be doing. Maybe this ain't the one. And you are literally mentally battling with yourself every single day to try to encourage yourself to keep going. The beautiful thing about it is that some of us, thank God she does have God. She has a husband. She has a circle of people around her to try to help mentally keep you going, keep you going, keep you going. And some people don't even have that little bit. You know what I'm saying? Where they just out there without all of that. And my thing is this is that's so when you see somebody and what encouraged me about her story and Jay's story, their story with this business wise, this is the thing that encourages me the most, is that I watch how they put their heart and soul into their product and the camera. I can care less about all of the details. I look at how you care about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, and I'm being real with y'all right now, in my opinion, when someone cares about what they do so much, that's like you loving your children. So like take your child that you love and you care, you protect, and you have to leave your child in the hands of these type of people. And you can walk away knowing that they're going to do everything they can do to make sure your children is okay. That's how I look at the product. You get what I'm saying? I look at it like they don't want to harm nobody. They don't want to hurt nobody. They want to make product that is better for people as they possibly can. You can't, it's hard to put a value on that. I'm being serious with you. That's the one thing that is hard to put a value on someone's love and compassion on a product that they're making, where they're making it with such heart and soul and compassion that they don't want to hurt nobody. You know how ungreedy you have to be that way? I can guarantee you right now, Johnson & Johnson never cared a darn about who they hurt. I can tell you right now, Pfizer never cared a darn about who they hurt. If they did, it was a long time ago. It ain't now. And that is one of the stronger reasons why, outside of me getting to know and stuff, but that's one of the strong reasons why 60 to 70% of the product in my house says top to bottom hair and skincare. If I went and grabbed everything I got in my house today, you'd be like, oh, I didn't even know it was getting that massive in my home. And I still got more product coming. Why? Because in my own heart, I am certain that what they're putting in their product, and I'm not saying it's 100% guaranteed they can't do anything, because no one knows. I'm looking at the heart of the intent of the heart. And guess what? They care. We eat stuff, we go buy stuff every single day. We have no idea who's really making and cleaning and doing this stuff. We got to do so much with stuff. But imagine being around, watching someone openly showing you how much they care. And Joyce made the point. This is just my imagination. This is my imagination. In my imagination, I think that if they found out their product actually harmed somebody, it would devastate them. It would devastate them. Like that would be the one thing that would devastate them. That would probably be the one thing that would probably say, I don't want to do this no more because I don't want to hurt nobody. And I'm not saying there's no guarantee that they're not, because some things you just don't know. Like, that's life. You just don't know. But my thing is, you can see it in their heart that they don't want to. And that's the part that I know that it would tear their heart up. Then they will go through everything they can do to find out what it was, and hopefully to put it into place to say that we don't ever want this to happen. And because of that reason is why I always talk about their product. Listen, it works well for me. You know what I mean? Y'all see what the Afro Magic do. Yes, and I seen it, Jay. I seen it, the lives that y'all done and stuff like that. And my thing is this, is that, yes, I love the product. It works well. And listen, I am not a groomy person. I tell people, I say, listen, I am not that dude. Listen, you might find me with some dirty fingernails sometime. I'm sorry. It's just the way I am. I'm a Viking type dude. I'm not that groomy dude. So for me to be even talk about someone's product, I'm so far from that as an individual. Now, I wash my behind every day. I take showers every day. I do all of the basic necessities to make sure you don't stink. But I'm not the type of dude that's so groomy where I got to dress a certain way and look a certain way and smell all of these scents and stuff like that. That's not me. That's not me. It's not. I'm just a regular, everyday. I try not to impress nobody with nothing. So for me to be at the point where I'm actually talking about a product that I use personally, that I like and love, it is far from what I'm the type of individual that I am on a day-to-day basis. It is. But I think and I appreciate it. I appreciate every bit of it. And it's, and I hope and pray that, we walking in Walmarts, Targets, and all around the world, and we see their product everywhere now. And all of us are going to look back and say, man, remember when it was just like our little clique. We probably going to feel some kind of way about it. Like, man, that's our stuff. What y'all doing using our stuff? But you understand what I'm saying? All of us are probably going to feel like it was like, kind of like a little, our little clique. the and Jay said, "Oh no, not Walmart." But you understand my point. It's like we're gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was our stuff. Like, wait a minute. Why y'all using our stuff? But we understand it's bigger than us. It is. It's bigger than us. And I say it like this: the world needs to know what they're making, and the world needs access to it. And that's how I see it. The world needs to know what they're doing, and the world needs access to it. They don't know yet, but they're gonna find out. That's what, and you know what, and you know, they're gonna find out. You know how they're gonna find out? Because we're gonna make sure they find out. All of us that buy their product, use their product, the more we talk, the more they grow. The more we talk about it, the more they grow. The more we keep talking about it, the more they grow. And here's the thing: we're helping the world. We're helping America with that. I mean, yes, right now America is the only one that will have access to it. At some point, probably go worldwide. We don't know. I mean, we do know, but at some point. But the only way they're gonna know is for us to keep talking. That's it. That's the only way they're gonna know. Is us to keep talking. And if we like what they're doing and we like the product that they have, I feel like I'm in a corporate meeting or something. I don't even know why. I feel like I'm in a corporate meeting. But I'm just talking, y'all. I'm just talking. But that's the only way you're gonna know. And at some point that's it. Just keep talking. I'm sorry, but that's how I felt. I felt like I was in a corporate meeting. And that's the only way they're gonna know. Is to keep talking. That's it. Keep talking. You know what I mean? And the more we talk, the more we put it out there. At some point, we won't be the only ones talking anymore. It'll be the world be talking about it, and we be like, we tried to tell y'all finally got here, huh? We were trying to tell y'all finally got here. We was already there. You know what I mean? That's why my afro been tight for 5 years now, y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all get the afro magic. No. You know what I mean? Yeah, I see it. And you know what's funny? Never once did I have a conversation with them about this type of stuff at all. This is just, honestly speaking, we don't. I mean, me and Jay do communicate very little outside of YouTube. But honestly speaking, I have never talked to them about none of this stuff. I have a different source, and I know some people may not. Listen, I talk to God. I'm talking listen. I have hard conversations with God, and that's who I talk to. And y'all, rather somebody believe it or not, that's who I talk to. And I ask him all the time, what you want me to do? That's it. Because I don't know. I personally don't know. I don't have that eyesight. I can't see everything. But I know God knows everything. So I'm his child. I'm like, what you want me to do? I'm good with it. Let me know. You know what I mean? And they never talk to me. So I know why I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? I know why. And I don't always know how, but I know it's intentional and I know where it comes from. But I guarantee you that if God didn't see their heart being right in what they was doing, he would have never talked to me. He would have never mentioned it to me. He never would have said anything. If he's seen that their heart wasn't right, we wouldn't even be here right now. I can tell you that right now from the gate. And this is just my personal belief. And this is where I ain't gonna say believe, this is my personal knowledge. You can accept, you don't have to actually believe me, but I know 100%. But because he looks at the intent of the heart. That was it. They never once asked me to advertise. They never once asked me to show their product. They have never asked me to do any of this stuff at all. I mean, if they would have, I probably, after getting to know them, I probably would have. But it didn't even go that way. It was just something hit me. And that's why I say it just hit me. That's it. And I can't speak to nothing else but that. And when I got to know them, now here's the thing: after getting to know them and seeing the videos and seeing what they were doing and stuff, it was different. Then I understood. Then I didn't understand. I didn't understand. Now that's funny. That's hilarious. Now here's the thing: if you would have went back to some of my lives, and I've had people come on there and try to promote or try to consume up my lives, and I have put them in time out because that's not the channel for this. She is literally the only business that has ever came up to in my life that I did not do that to. The only one. Their business is the only one up until that point that I did not do that to. Everybody else, I shut them down up until that point. She is literally the first business. Their business is the first business I've ever responded to or even remotely said anything different, even entertained it. I shut down everything prior. She's the first and only up until that point. I'm looking after the fact. I don't even know too many after the fact. Dover Dogs I know personally. That ain't got nothing to do with YouTube. Dover Dogs is I know personally, so that had nothing to do with YouTube. That was me. I know him personally. That had nothing to do with YouTube. But as it relates to YouTube, the only one. And that's real talk. And I agree with y'all. And listen, yeah, I remember vividly when she came in and she just kind of engaged in the conversation. Honestly, I think I was in the middle of a lot of people being on my channel at that time too. And I was just kind of going in, and then something made my eyes pay attention to. Out of all that was going on, it stopped me. I think I stopped in the middle of what I was talking about just to ask the question, what is that? Hold on one second. I'm missing something. And so that my point is that all of us right now that's in this chat, and notice that it has not went nowhere, but for the most part, the very same people. Because honestly speaking, because it said top to bottom hair and skincare, I knew that there was I would have known there was a business. In my mind would have said, I'm not going to let you come on my channel and try to drum up your business. I don't know who you are. That would have been my natural response. Or I would have just totally ignored you because it wasn't, that's not what you're here for. It went differently this time. I don't, and I know why, but I know why, but that's my whole point is, that's why I went, and here we are now. And everybody in this chat, we've been, we are all part of something bigger than us. Like we're watching this thing in real life. We're watching it in real life. And, and I know I can, this part I know I can speak for them, even though they can speak for themselves. But I'm just saying, I'm speaking, me, whatever. But I know for sure that they, number one, they appreciate everything, all of the business that we have, purchases and the stuff that we do, and as it relates to our dollars. But I can guarantee you that they appreciate more of the fact that we love their product and we appreciate their product outside of anything. Yes. And this right here, I know for sure. I had no questions about it. I had no questions about it. I know for sure. I know who talks to me. I never had to. Like, I'm not one of those religious people that go into all this doing deep stuff like that. No, I'm normal. I'm normal. But I know who talks to me, and I know And I don't always get it right. Believe me when I tell you, I don't always get it right. But this one I'm certain of. This one I'm certain of. Not one person in our chat right now, not one person that is honestly part of watching this journey are here by accident. I know that to be certain. You're not here by accident. Believe me. In this infancy stage, all right, let me put it to you like this. I never talked to them about this at all, and I guarantee you that what I'm about to say, I'm going to hit 100% on point. I know I'm going to hit this 100%. This infancy stage, right? This circle of unofficial corporate people is what they were been hoping for a long time. Just the core people that they can somewhat rely on that will talk about purchase, talk about, and promote their business. And I'm not saying we're the only ones. What I'm saying is this is what they was hoping for. And we are all right now got a chance to be a part of this. This core right here, we're watching it in real time. I can guarantee you, without ever talking to them about anything like this, they have asked a lot of people. They have given a lot to people. And they all said yes and disappeared. I have never talked to them about this. They have all said yes and disappeared. Yes and disappeared. Took the goods and disappeared. Some people have a vision and some people got to give a vision. And sometimes God will select a handful of people to see this thing through. Some of us might be here forever. Some of us might be here for a moment. Some of us might be here for whatever. But none of us are here by accident. I can tell you that much. And as long as we all collaborate and do our best to support what's this moment in time, this vision, we will eventually see the fruit of that labor. So I encourage y'all to just, hang in there with them. Hang in there with them as best as you can. That's all I say. Hang in there with them as best as you can. We all know their heart. We all know what they put into, how much heart, soul, and effort they put into what they're doing. What better way to be there to watch it go from here to wherever how far it goes? Because the sky's the limit, and there's no limit to this. I don't even know why I went this way. Well, I know why. That's all I'm saying. Sky's the limit. And I know they appreciate everything that you guys do. I mean, Joyce, Queen Sackcloth, all of y'all. I know they appreciate y'all business very much. I know they do. It's heartfelt. I know. They can tell y'all this, so they say it all the time. But I'm just, I don't, like I said, we don't talk on a regular basis whatsoever. But I'm just telling y'all what I feel in my heart. And I know that they do. I know that they do. And like I said, I don't know why it went this way, but it is. But again, down the road, we're going to be doing a collab. And when me and Jay and them, I guess we'll touch bases on how this is all going to go as far as doing that testimony thing. And I think that might be a good idea. I don't know, Queen Sackcloth, if you was here earlier when we were talking about it, but we were talking about doing a testimony, like a top to bottom hair and skincare testimony, where all of us that have been purchasing their product and had some different experiences, we can actually go on live and talk about, basically testify and talk about what made them buy it, what results, whatever, their testimony about their top and bottom hair and skincare product. So we're working on having one of those days where we do that. And I have something I'm going to do to celebrate my 2,000, reaching over 2,000 subscribers, and I'm going to incorporate that into that moment. So look out for that. Once we get put together all the details, everybody look out for that. And what I ask y'all to do is, once we figured out a date and a time, how everybody can help me, just make sure we're telling anybody and everybody we can, so that we can collectively get the best bang for the buck. Meaning, you guys subscribers, promote it on your channels, let everybody know, talk to people you know personally, try to get them in on that moment, and because there's going to be a giveaway there, and y'all find out that day what it is and what it's about. But I'll leave that definitely there, and I'm not going to go no further than that, because I don't want to spill no more beans than that. But and they're doing a sale today. So Jay or top to bottom, what time is y'all pop up again today? And I know y'all, one of y'all is probably still in the chat. I know y'all getting ready for your live. So I think they're extending the sale today too. So so we can. I need to remind me what time. I don't know. I actually got to go to work a little later on. It sucks. Okay, 2 p.m. Yeah, I might be in the background. Just so y'all know, I might be in the background because I actually got to go. I'm gonna have to go to work at that somewhere near that time. Not all day long, but I know I'm gonna be gone. But I'll definitely be there. But I'll be probably in the background at that point. Yes. Okay. So y'all know 2 p.m. There'll be Oh, okay, cool. The candles will be a part of that too. That's what's up. So look out for that. Make sure y'all let everybody know. I gotta be there before I'll be on my way there about 2:30. That's why I said I'll probably be in the background. Yeah, either one. Like I'll probably be in the background. I might be able to come, but yeah, I'll probably be at work. I'm not gonna be working all day long, but I know I'm gonna be there. I love you too, bro. Real talk, man. I love all y'all. And you, everybody in here, man. I appreciate y'all's support, man. Y'all been so encouraging to me. And that's real talk. Like I love you too, bro. And they ain't, yeah. Yeah, and right back at y'all, man. I love y'all too. I really do, and I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. And this journey has been great, man. I mean, just think about where it was a little while ago, and where we are right now, and how well some of us never even been in the same room as each other, man. But I feel like we're in the same room all the time, and that's real talk. Y'all see me over here trying to keep an eye on some money too. Oh, crypto really fell, so I might be able to get to spend some money today. How you happy about spending money? Well, it's because it's investing. Yeah, I know, and they are too, definitely. I mean, everybody out the pit, Queen, world away from here, every single one of y'all. I mean, I got nothing but love for y'all. Appreciate y'all. That so y'all already know when y'all see me come in live and I come in like this. Now sometimes I can't control it, but today, for some reason, it's giving me exactly what I was looking for. No interferences, none of the extra activity. Just most of the core group people, so that I can have a conversation. I think, Brian, honestly, this is my opinion. I think this is one of the best lives I've done. So it's very rare. I feel like I'm clicking on all cylinders right now. But I think I got a lot out of this. I think this is one of the best lives I've done. There's a whole lot of information in this live. Now, this live is one you might want to go back and watch a few times because, especially for those that got YouTube channels and you trying to remember, get some ideas or whatever the case may be. But like I said, a lot of what I was doing was intentional for y'all to kind of get an idea because some of y'all wasn't here in the earlier stages of me doing this stuff. As far as YouTube go, and so y'all didn't get to watch a lot of the earlier journey, but that's why I said, and I'm gonna go back the other way, and then intentionally, and then do this, and then trying to give y'all a little perspective of what was happening, and maybe help somebody with some ideas on their YouTube page, and and hopefully, they get a chance to help grow their channel a little bit more. Yes. Believe me when I tell you, Sackcloth Queen, you 100. You 100. I mean, some people say they want to be used by God. I enjoy it. Yeah. But like I said, we all came a long way. And it's real talk. It's real talk. And like I said, I'm enjoying this journey. And I'm having fun doing it. I'm having fun enjoying it. I get to, like we get to have a whole lot of fun. We having just, sometimes y'all watch me go in there when I have to fight with all of the liberals that come in my channel. Yeah, man. Yeah, I know I love my guns. I love my guns. I love my guns. I love my guns. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of black people that love guns, but I think sometimes with us, it becomes taboo every time they see a black person with a gun that's on the street. So-called, what Jay say, melanated person, they on the street trying to kill each other with. So to see somebody who loves their firearms, who's of melanated persuasion that they, but they ain't out there doing no crazy stuff. That's another reason why I do my channel the way I do. I don't want guns to be taboo amongst us. I want us to understand why we have them, what the purpose behind them. That's why I do it. And that's why I have them behind me, and that's why I do it. And that's why a lot of times I will talk about guns and firearms, because I don't want it to be a thing where the only thing we are known for is being out there in the street doing crazy stuff. Some of us are educated in firearms enough to know that this is what it's really about. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he, how they, I can't explain Donald. I mean, we know it's not his name, but it's like, why would you go back to the person? Keep coming to one person's channel. I mean, I know why. Y'all know I know why. But you would think you'd be unmotivated at this point. You know what I'm saying? You would think that if I got my behind whipped by the same person all the time, what I would do. I'd be like, man, I ain't messing with that dude no more. I'd be like, but he keeps coming back. You know what I'm saying? He keeps coming back. And there was one live. I don't know if y'all caught it then. It was one live I really went on him. And it wasn't like in a disrespectful way. It was I really went on him because I know why he keeps coming back. See, he don't understand what's really plucking him. It had nothing to do with politics. What's really sending him back, it ain't got nothing to do with politics. You know what I mean? See, what people don't understand, I'm a soul hunter. I'm a fisherman. The other way too. I'm not just a fisherman and go out there and fish for fish. Christ said he'll make you fisher of men too. And when I say men, meaning souls. So I know why he keep coming back. Can't help himself. Those are matters of the heart. Yep. And you can't tell me God ain't hilarious. You can't tell me God ain't hilarious. Because that's exactly how hilarious God is. That's why I find so much humor in it. That's why I find so much humor in it. Because I already know. And I'll be cracking up. And I'm like, God, I know why you're here. Can't help yourself. He can't help himself. And that's why when y'all see me sometimes, he might still be in the background. I don't care. But that's why sometimes y'all see me pull back the reins a little bit. That's why y'all see me as hard as I can go in. Sometimes y'all see me, I have to stop. Because that's some part of that is like God said, no, don't go too far. Don't go too so far. Because he's also a soul. I'll be wanting to. The flesh in me be like, yeah. But the Holy Spirit be like, boy, calm yourself down. Be like, he's still a soul. But my flesh, woo. Like, my flesh be on V12. Then I had to kind of pull it back some. That's why I had to sometimes pull it back. Like, okay, God, I'ma behave. I'm sorry. You right. I want to. Can I do one? Just one. I'm like, no. Act like you got some sense, boy. And I'm like, okay. I'm sorry, God. Just one time. No? Okay. I'm sorry. All right, I get it. I'm sorry, God. All right. Sometimes I'll be like, you ever watch that episode of Martin when they what's the preacher's name? And he was flirting with I think with Gina. And then she started flirting back. He was like, sorry, Lord, Satan won this round. I'd be ready to have those moments like a little bit, Jay. We a little bit off topic, but I would just you know how sometimes we go how we go, but that's just it is what it is. That's why I you know sometimes I have to pull back the reins and be like yeah, because at the end of the day he's still a soul, and I have to keep that part of me in perspective. Oh yeah, no, that's not a new toy, Jay. That's my 12 gauge. I had no time for the silver. No, it's not new. I had that for. That is my newest gun. That is my last gun purchase, but it's not. I don't use it. No one ever really sees that much. That's the 12 gauge. It's a semi-automatic 12 gauge shotgun. I took it to the range once. Oh yeah, I had a moment. When I put that video out, I was like, yeah, you was tripping, bro. But yeah, that's a semi-automatic 12 gauge. I got that was my last gun purchase. I forget how long ago. It wasn't that long ago. It was probably maybe within a year. But then honestly, I want to. No, it was actually before that. I want another 12 gauge, but I want one that takes the clip, and that was the reason why. Like I had that one, but I want a 12 gauge that takes the clip, but I'm reluctant to buy one because people was telling me like horror stories, and when people tell me horror stories, it make me think like maybe I shouldn't waste my money on it. But I seen a couple of them that I do want a 12 gauge, but they clip fed. Yeah, I was tripping. Like I ain't gonna say tripping like I was tripping, but I was. This is why some people. This is why sometimes as an adult you shouldn't be left alone by yourself. No, it's not a clip. It's the tube. It takes 5 rounds. It's tube fed. 4 into the tube and then 1 into the actual chamber or whatever. But it is semi-automatic, meaning I don't have to. It's not a pump. It's semi-automatic. It looks like a pump. The way that part on there, it actually looked like a pump, but it actually isn't. It's actually semi-automatic. So once I load it up, it's boom, 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 boom. I don't have to pump. I don't have to, pump. It just looks like a pump, but it's not actually a pump. It's actually semi-automatic. But I want one like in the AR-15 style. That's what I want. Like honestly, I was gonna buy me one, but I get when I spend money, I go through this spender's remorse, and I do it every time I spend money. I can spend a nickel and still go through spender's remorse. Like that's just me. So I'm learning because I'm so used to not spending money. I'm learning to kind of like tone that down some because I'll go into yeah. It's spring loaded semi-automatic. You're absolutely right, Jim. But I took it to the range once. I like it. But I want something in the AR-15 style that's clip like these are clip fed. The ones that I seen, the part that I did not like about them, I guess we on gun conversation now. Is that it don't the ones that I seen, everything is like manufactured together. So you know how this, I don't know if y'all can see it, but see how this is adjustable, and that the ones that I seen didn't have the adjustable handle. They in AR style, but everything's like stationary, and it looks like it's uncomfortable. The reason why I do want one is basically for home defense, and I'm explaining to you, like a lot of people are into guns and they got home defense stuff, and for me, yeah, I don't like spending money, man. I go through it. Like I'm gonna get one day. I'm gonna probably get me a pump, but the reason why I want the clip fed one is because it's smaller, and for like home defense, and like if y'all seen that rifle, it's long. Like I mean, that shotgun is long. And my house where I stay right now and live right now, it's not conducive for having to swing that long thing. If something was to happen coming to my house, outside of the handguns and the ARs, trying to swing it, that thing is so long. So that's the reason why I want another clip fed one in the AR style, because it's a lot more condensed. Other than taking it to the range and enjoying it, but I do want that one particularly for home defense too. Also, that's the reason why, because I think for home defense, shotguns are a better indoor use. It's better for indoor home defense if you don't, as opposed to a rifle, because rifles go through everything. Like they go through a lot before they decide to stop, and handguns to some extent too. But 12 gauges, even though the force is heavy, it's going to rip out a chunk of you possibly. It doesn't travel real far away like rifles and stuff do. So 12 gauge. I mean, you don't want no birdshot. Don't have birdshot in your gun for home defense. That you ain't no. You don't want that. Like if you out on outside, whatever, yeah, you don't want birdshot. That ain't stopping nothing. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt like hell, but you don't want no birdshot. Birdshot is just for birds, nothing else. But I like the pump too. I mean, I think the shotgun pumps are just that cool. That usually wakes a person up. Like wait, no. But I still prefer But that's why I want the semi-automatic. So when I go to the range, I can if I get like a 10-round clip, I can 10 rounds, boom, 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 act a fool while I'm at the range. That's what I want it for, really. And home defense, where it holds a lot more in the clip. And then they actually make I think a 20-round drum for that. So if you get the ones that's clip fat, they make a 20-round drum that you can put on there that holds 20 rounds in the drum. So that's why I'm considering it. But it ain't that big of a deal. But I want one. But I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. I really do. This was a good one. This is, in my opinion, again, one of the better lives that I've done. Very informative. Again, family, I appreciate y'all really do. I say that with all honesty and from my heart. I really appreciate y'all. And then I'm hoping that some of, and hopefully a lot of what I said today help y'all with y'all channels and encourage y'all along the way and get us to the point where, we all growing together. Some may grow a little faster than others, but we all in this together. I mean, teamwork make dream work. And that's where I was at today. I wanted to get more of an intimate setting and give y'all some insight on what I was doing, why I was doing it, encourage some of y'all along. Hopefully, some of what I did may add to you how you approaching your channel and what you're doing. I'm glad it did a world away from here. Queen, I appreciate it. Tell your husband I said I'm sorry. I know they already told him, but I'm just saying in general. Tell your husband I said I'm sorry. It wasn't personal. I mean, I'm gonna put him in timeout like he a little kid. I put him in timeout like he was Donald. Like, you going in timeout? No, it was really an accident. It was funny though, but I'm like, oh snap. Then I had to refresh it. That's why you see me kind of black out, come back, and take him out of that. You know what I mean? And I had to OG him. That's right, I'm OG. You in timeout. Yeah, it was a funny accident though. It was. It was a funny accident. Yeah. They's expensive though, man. I ain't realize that's the only thing I don't like about this firearm, man. They expensive. Yeah, it was, man. I enjoyed it, man. This is one of the, even though it wasn't like high pace and all, this is probably one of the most enjoyable, informative, encouraging lives I've done in a long time. And I'm glad I did it this way. Slow down the pace of all the other rhetoric and stuff. I appreciate all the subscribers. I really do. I appreciate all the support. I really do. It helps a whole lot. It really does. But sometimes, today was actually an answer to prayer because I didn't get a whole lot of extras coming in, and this is more of an intimate setting. It reaching the people that I honestly in my head wanted to reach. I wasn't trying to reach nobody else. I was really trying to reach out to the very people that we see on a regular basis. And I know some of y'all might not remember Melissa, but some of y'all probably do. She did reach out. I know some of y'all remember Melissa. She was in the chat a whole lot. She commented on one of the videos and said she'll be back at some point or whatever soon. But she did comment. She's doing okay. She has she said she was just working so much and didn't have a chance to. But she's supposed to be coming. We'll probably start to see her back in the chat at some point or whatever the case may be. But I know some of y'all might remember Melissa's name when she was in the chat. Funny thing is, the day I brought her up, she ended up popping up in the chat later that day. I'm like, man, she must have heard me. I was like, she, and not in the live chat, but in one of my videos, she had commented on one of the videos, and I was like, man, she must have heard me or something, because the next thing I know, later, like within maybe 2 to 3 hours after I mentioned it, she popped up on one of the we and then she had made a comment and chatted in there and just kind of was like, then gave me a little insight of what was going on. One of the videos, I can't remember which one. If you go in there, a whole little conversation that me and her had. So hopefully we'll start to see her a lot more often, and that's real talk. But Melissa loves talking politics. You already know. Sometimes Melissa she be on point with it. She be on point sometimes more than me. I can be hardcore sometimes, and sometimes I just kind of like I have a detox because I don't want to go too far. So sometimes I'll pull away from it to detox myself. Like I don't want nothing that much that like that to consume my whole being, where I'm not even thinking and talking logical no more. Everything that come out my mouth is politics, politics, politics. So I have to sometimes I go shut it down and detox myself and give myself a different direction, and that's just so I don't be too far away. You know what I mean? Yes, but yeah, definitely prayer for Melissa. Pray for her husband. If y'all go read the comments, and there's nothing wrong with them, but if y'all go read what she said to me, yeah, you mean like, yeah, we're gonna pray for her husband. It was funny, that's all. But I'm not gonna hold y'all, but just keep your ears and eyes open for the fact that we're gonna be doing a testimony night. I guess Jay and them will reach out to y'all and everything. In case I gotta and we're gonna combine with my celebration for my 2,000 subscribers with what they're gonna do that testimony night. So we're gonna try to make a big event out of it. Make sure y'all tell them to let everybody know how this is gonna go. If in fact we come up with more details into that day, if there's some things that may get added into it, we'll let everybody know. Even on my channel, Jay will probably let you know on his channel, top to bottom, will let them know here or whoever. I mean, out the pit, Queen, who's ever, we'll all put it out there as much as we possibly can. Joyce, World Away From Here. We'll put it out there as much as we can. But I encourage y'all, stay on course. Stay on course. We're gonna all win this together. Stay on course. And that's real talk. That's real talk. But like I always say, outside of anything I ever say, you all know God is everything to us. God is everything to me. And that part of it matters more than anything. I mean, we can run it, we can fight against the grain and make it hard on ourselves, or we can embrace the relationship with God. And He will make it so much more easier when you embrace it. And I'm living proof of that. And I'm not gonna say it's gonna always be easy. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be peaches and cream. But once He changes your mentality and how you react to what you're going through, it becomes easier, even though the problem is technically still there. And that's real talk. And that's the easier part. It's not that He takes away the issue, because He does want you to go through it. But your mentality in it was what makes it easier. You handle it differently. You respond to it differently. That's all. But I'm not gonna hold y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging in here and listening to me go on for 2 hours. 2 long hours. No fish. Not one fish. Now, yesterday, man, I went through it yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was so glad to get off that live and get in my truck, go home. I was hot, sweating. It was humid out there. It was not pleasant for me, even though I didn't show. It was not a pleasant moment. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Make sure y'all check out top to bottom 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 2 o'clock. Don't forget, y'all, 2 o'clock. They're gonna be they extending the sale. You know what I mean? So get your dollars ready. You know what I mean? They didn't took a lot of my money. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Let y'all go ahead. I appreciate y'all, really, really do. God bless every single one of y'all. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. I'm out of here. Peace. And yeah, Jay, I heard you say it when you got the phone yesterday too. Peace.